start making?
Start making?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Well, you have to tell them what we're making.
Oreo cookies.
Yes, so today we are making homemade Oreo cookies.
Oreo cookies.
Yes, I am very excited to make this recipe because it's one of your favorites, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't made them before, have we?
No.
No, so it's going to be delicious. We're going to learn how to make them, and there's going to be none of the extra preservatives or additives that go into the store-bought Oreos. I know every kid loves Oreos. I love Oreos. It's probably like my favorite cookie, so to have a homemade, made from scratch version is going to be perfect. These actually store really well as well. So they store in the fridge for up to a week or in the freezer for up to a month. So that sounds pretty good to me. So in a bowl, you're going to grab your all-purpose flour. I'll leave all of the ingredients in the description box for you as well. So make sure you check it out. In a bowl, grab your all-purpose flour, some baking soda, and here I have 2 types of cocoa powder. So I've got black cocoa, which is going to give the cookies that traditional Oreo color and flavor, and then I've got normal cocoa as well. And this is going to bring that real nice richness and balance out the chocolate flavor in the cookies. So I would recommend going with both. Some recipes have like one or the other. I like to do a combination of half and half. Can you give it a little mix, Remy, and then you can, after Ivy, mix it all up?
This one?
Yeah, just nice and gentle. You want to keep it in the bowl. Very good.
My turn?
Yep.
My turn?
Yep. Ivy can do it now. You can mix it all together. Thanks, chicken. Very good. We want to make it all mixed in.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I want it to be no streaks of black or white, just all the colors together. Okay.
Yeah.
Mix this in.
Sometimes all cookies are messy. Yeah.
Sometimes you're messy.
No, sometimes Oreo cookies are messy.
Sometimes they are messy, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cookie?
Oreo!
Oreo. What's your favorite cookie, Remy?
Cupcake.
Cupcakes. That's not a cookie.
It's Mommy. Cream.
Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Does that look good?
Yes.
Yeah. Ivy, can you hold this bowl for me?
Yeah.
Please pour in the butter into the bowl. Thanks, Remy. I've got to put this aside. So we're going to cream the butter and the sugar.
Got it.
Yeah, keep going. You can put it in.
I can't.
You can do it.
Got it.
Good
Got it.
job. Excellent. All right, we're going to cream this first. Yeah.
Wow, really?
You can hold it for a second. In a minute. Good job.
Really fast.
Yeah. Can you hold it, Remy, like
Why
that?
is it really fast?
Now that the butter is creamed, I'm going to add the sugar. You guys, oh, okay. In we go. Remy, you can do yours too. Add it in, please, and then we can do the sugars. Very good. Okay, just keep it on low.
Mommy, why is it fast?
Why is it fast?
Yeah.
Because it's creaming them together.
That's enough?
They've never used beaters before, so this
Mommy,
is interesting.
what are you going to add next?
What do you think we're going to add next? What could we add?
Egg.
Egg, very good. Okay, Ivy's going to add the egg and Remy's going to add the vanilla.
Egg.
Thank you.
Vanilla.
Very good. Okay, that's all mixed.
Now we're going to add some egg.
Hang on, we're not done yet. We've got to add the mixture. This is just straight sugar at the moment. We don't want to eat that.
I like it.
I'm sure you do. Now we're going to add in the flour. Oop. And we're going to, the flour mix here. It's going to be a bit of a flour bomb. So I'm going to do this first and you can do it after, okay?
Wow, snap. Lucky.
That's our cookie dough. That looks cool, doesn't it?
Not good.
Okay, so this has got to go into the fridge now for 20 to 30 minutes, and then once it's been chilling in the fridge, we can take it out and start rolling the dough. But for the moment, we want to make sure that it's nice and cool, looks beautiful. See this? It's got that gorgeous color to it. The reason that we chill the cookie dough is to ensure that when the cookies are cooked, they don't spread too much, so that they hold that nice texture and consistency that we want. So into the fridge. While the cookie dough is chilling in the fridge, you want to preheat your oven, so 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mommy.
While we are waiting for that, we can start making our icing. Yep, sounds pretty good. So this goes in the middle of the Oreo. So I got some more butter, and I am using Philly cream cheese. Some recipes use vegetable shortening. So in America, that would be what you use. You can also substitute with cream cheese. In Australia, if you want a substitute for vegetable shortening, you would use Kofa, but I wanted to go with cream cheese. All right, you can hold this. So start beating your butter. Okay, now Remy can add the cream cheese. Yes, I saw that. Okay, thanks Remy. Hang on. Okay, so we're gonna beat that until it's nice and smooth. Okay, hold on. We're not eating it yet. Got more things to add. So now I'm gonna start adding in my icing sugar. I'm gonna start adding it to this mix.
Do you need the yolk?
Yeah, and we don't add it all at once because it'll flour bomb. So we just do it a little bit at a time. And I'm also gonna start adding in my vanilla.
Yeah. Vanilla.
Vanilla.
No, Mommy.
So this is gonna go in the middle of the Oreos. That's our beautiful icing.
Delicious.
Delicious. Is it good?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to steal it from them because they are absolute raccoons.
Look,
No.
I got some more.
No.
Oh, look, I got some more.
All right, I'll tell you when we're ready to start
Oh,
scooping our
that's
cookies.
good.
See you soon. We are gonna start rolling out this dough now. So I've got a little scoop here to make it nice and even and consistent. So once I get the size, I'm just gonna scoop it out, roll it into a little ball, place it on my tray, and I'm gonna come back and flatten it in a minute. But I just wanna get them pretty consistent in size. Now you can make your Oreos whatever size you like, whatever size works for you and your family. It's gonna make a fair bit, so I might save some dough for another time. I love to do that. I love to put some cookie dough in the freezer, and then like the next time you wanna make it, you don't have to. You can just pop it in the oven. Okay. Once you start learning all of the different things that go into all of the packaged foods that are our favorites, you're kind of like, oh man, that's not good. And so if you can do a homemade version that tastes better, because homemade always tastes better, it's hard to go back. These would also make a really cute little treat as well, like a little present. So if you could like wrap them up, put them in like a cute little jar, like a little ribbon on it. I mean, who wouldn't want homemade Oreos, seriously? Got another tray over there ready to go as well. So I just lined them with some baking paper or parchment paper. I know I was using the teaspoon at the beginning, but my hands are working just as well. One more there. Okay, so I'm just going to flatten this slightly, push it down, not too much, just a little to send it in the right direction, like that. Now these are not going to take very long in the oven at all, probably like 6 to 8 minutes. We're going to take them out before they're overcooked because we want them slightly under because they continue cooking on the tray. All right, so straight into the oven now. I like to check my cookies. These don't need long though, and they're pretty even in the oven, so I'm just gonna go 6 minutes on my timer. Start rolling out my other tray. So yeah, as you can see, all kids just like being in the kitchen, being involved, make little memories together, good ones, sometimes chaotic ones, but they're gonna remember you guys The kids will remember you making homemade Oreos when they grow up, that's for sure. These are also good if you want to make them ahead of time because, as I said, they do store pretty well. So if you want to do something that's a little bit special, homemade Oreos, make ahead, happy days. I was just thinking maybe I should do like a giant Oreo cookie with the leftovers because here I'm actually getting through the mix faster than what I thought. We will have to wait for the cookies to fully cool before we ice, obviously. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. These are looking so cute. As I said, just push them down slightly on the top so that they go in the direction that we want, which is flattened. First batch to get out, so I added 2 more minutes, so 8 minutes in total. Oh my God, they look sensational. They look perfect. Look at this, nailed it. The smell is heavenly. They've got these little cracks on the top, which is perfect. You want that like little bit of cracking, and they're gonna continue to cook. But now I've got to get these other ones in quickly. Second batch, I put these in the fridge while they were waiting, just so that they didn't come to room temperature too much. I want that dough to keep this nice, beautiful, round consistency. I'm gonna go another 8 minutes again. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check them at 6, probably add another 2 like this one. They look so good. The cookies have cooled, so now we can handle them. If you were to do it too soon, they would just kind of crumble. So the bases are set and the cookies have cooled. I'm going to see how it goes. You could either just paste these on like this and like spread them out. They'd look super rustic, and that's all good if that's how you want to do it. I'm gonna trial doing it in here, like piping them on. So I've just done a piping bag, which is literally just a Ziploc bag with a little tip on it, piping tip, and I'm just going to put all of the icing in here, and we're just going to squeeze it down and pipe it on. So I actually ended up with 3 trays of the Oreo cookies. You could do them smaller again if you like. This is just a nice kind of size for them. So you want to get all of this beautiful icing mix, squeeze it down and get all the air out. There we go. Like this, doing a little swirl. Now when you put the other one on top, it's gonna squish out a little bit. So let's push that down. See, oh my goodness. Look at that. This piping tip is just literally a round hole, and that's what's giving it that beautiful, even looking surface. So go around again. So when you're piping, you just want to do consistent pressure the whole way around so it comes out nice and evenly. Do it once around the sides and then back into the middle, and then the cookie on top and press. So good. I'm gonna start plating them up. I'm also just trying to find similar size cookies to match each other. They're pretty consistent anyway because we measured them with the scoop. The moment that these two have been waiting for what feels like forever in a kid's life. We're going to do a little taste test with the cookies here. I've got some little smaller ones that I made up.
Now can we eat them?
Yes, you can have some now. They look good, don't they?
Yeah. I want this.
Okay, and Mummy's gonna have one too. Yum. Are they good?
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers. Wow.
Yummy. Yummy.
You like them?
Mommy's yummy, isn't it?
It's delicious, baby.
Yeah. Yummy.
Hard to stop eating. Once you make homemade Oreos, there's no going back, is there?
No.
You love them, don't you?
Yeah.
Glad you liked them. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. Make sure you make this recipe at home with your family, with your kids. They are gonna absolutely love it. It's actually a lot easier than what you probably think, and there's no fancy equipment. We literally just did it with some mixing bowls and some beaters and ingredients. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'd love to hear from you too if you do leave us a comment. Thanks again, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.